Hello, hello again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to fans, anybody who's watching, anybody who will watch, to the PrimeTime Parlay presented by PrimeTime Productions. Before we get any further, I just want to state that we are doing this all for fun and entertainment. We are not professional gamblers by any stretch of the imagination. Gamble at your own risk, as always. And if you have a gambling problem, please contact 1-800-GAMBLER on our behalf and let's just have some fun. If it don't make sense, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. So welcome to Thursday, the first Thursday of the show of Primetime Parlay. I am Poolside Pat. You can call me Poolside Pat. You can call me Pat. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. And joining us today is a co-host because our other co-host, Stack Eye Tom, has boots on the grounds at an actual hockey game. But joining us is a recurring guest. He's going to be with us for a lot of this journey. It is Professor of Puck. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Pat. Clean bathtub tonight, so I'm ready to roll.
Let's go. I haven't revealed the whether or not I took a bath today, but we'll get into that. Maybe we probably won't, but maybe just on Twitter. And then on the ones and twos, as always, we have our guy Brett. Brett, how are you doing?
Pretty good, fellas. Pretty good. I'm just ready to make some money tonight. I got a wild bet. I'm excited to show everyone. Some people have probably seen it on Twitter, but I'm going with straight feels on one of my bets tonight.
Let's go.
Love it. I love it. As I said before, if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to have some fun. As I said, we want to give some picks out. We want to entertain the people, but we also want to put some dollars in people's pockets. Before we bring in, thank you, breaking the plane. Yeah,
shout out for Pat.
Hey, cheers, boys. If you got a drink or anything,
yes. Yep. Cheers,
there you go. We got a couple drinks. Cheers
to all those listening. Happy Thirsty Thursday.
And I had a couple, and I love the idea, by the way, Brett, that you kind of inadvertently sent to us was to have 3 best bets. We have the Primetime Parlay, and then if we want to get into other bets, we could just throw it out there. It doesn't matter. We can talk about it. We have some fun. We'll talk bets. And before we get into our guest, because I have something to say before we introduce him, I just wanted to gauge Brett, Professor of Puck. I mean, Puck, you're going to be an integral part of this show. So I'll start with you. What are your thoughts so far on the overall gambling landscape of Primetime Productions? And then for yourself, how do you feel for yourself? Because I know you post your picks every day. You have your record. How are you feeling right now, today, February 8th?
I'm feeling good every day. The other night wasn't the best night. It was like my picks were like my bathtub, pretty shitty. But I'm ready to hit the reset button, and we're on to tonight. The most important bet is the next bet.
Every day's a new day, right? POP.
Absolutely.
Brett, yourself. I mean, you're on the ones and twos, so Oh, thank you.
Honestly, I had a really tough night last night. Really tough night last night. But overall, I'm feeling good about my picks. It's there's those nights you go 3-0, and then there's nights that you go 0-3. It happens sometimes. Ask POP.
Yeah. Exactly.
Shout out. Shout out. Ian is the one who spurned my dress. By the way, I have to come prepared. I didn't want to bring it up. No big deal. It's not a big deal at all, boys. Like, we don't need to talk about it. But I did go 3-0 last night. We had a couple.
I have heard that.
Yeah,
I have.
I didn't want to bring that up.
I think that was a good transition by the ones and twos guy.
And we had a couple. But you know what? we haven't hit a primetime parlay yet. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on giving people winners, and there you go. And we
Shout
will
out Joey England.
hopefully bring people some winners, and the primetime parlay is what I'm really focused on today. But without further ado, before we bring on our guest,
I'll tell you this.
Oh, go ahead.
Gambling is very humbling, and you can't let the highs get too high, and you can't get the lows get too low.
Yeah, and if you want to speak on that, my man, like you've been handicapping, you've been gambling for a little bit now, right? I mean, I think you mentioned it on a previous show, and to me, maybe personally, like how long have you been, just for the people, you've been doing this for a while, right? And so you've seen some high, like what is your highest high and what is your lowest low? I mean, if you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, my highest high was definitely Patriots Super Bowl against the Rams. I hit everything you could ever imagine in that game. Patriots, money line, spread. I even hit Edelman MVP, which was a massive payout.
Wow.
That was the biggest high I've ever had. Biggest payout on a single game I've ever had. But the funny thing is, I probably remember the losses more than I do the wins. So
every fucking time, dude.
Every time.
It's just, once that buzzer hits zero, you just got to put it in the rear view and you got to move on, whether it's a win or a loss. If it's a win, you can celebrate it. Look at that cash in your account, which is nice. But sometimes it's not there for long. So,
and you're clearly more of a hockey guy. I mean, your name lends itself to that. But you've been dabbling in college basketball. You've been dabbling in EPL, as we discussed briefly on the last time you were on. But what in general? I mean, you hit very well with NFL as well. Like, do you have your favorite and then your best? Is that something you can just
typical. So I know there's people who like to bet the board. I'm typically not like that. I really limit myself. I started out even just like one play a day, like per sport. So like NFL, I'm focusing on one bet, my favorite bet, and that's it. I've expanded a little bit, but I'll usually go with a best bet, which I'll put my straight amount on, or actually I'll put double my straight amount on, and then any other bet I just put my straight up usual amount. But yeah, that best bet is what I'm looking to hit. If that hits, I'm usually having a good night.
Love that. I love that, and it's actually like cool to get this like behind the scenes type talk with you, because I didn't know that. Like, I generally, for myself, I haven't really put like a best bet, like multiple units. My unit's small. I mean, we don't got to get into units, but
there's no unit shaming around here.
No.
But don't get me wrong. Like when I do bet a lot, and I do generally have like a good amount of bets. And I think through this, even in the first couple of days we've been doing this, what I've learned is to keep it simple, stupid. KISS. I mean, that's the best way to go about it. And that's kind of what we want to do here on the Primetime Parlay, especially winning the parlay. And I know we have Tom. Shout out Tom. I hope he's watching or listening or making content, whatever he's doing. Stack High Tom. He's the man. He's at Avs at Hurricanes right now. But I figure enough talk. Let's bring in the guest. And before we do that, though, I wanna set him up, because people might not know this. This guy was the reason why I got into content creating, and I mean that. He has still to this day curates a site, Midwestern Barfly Gazette, and he let me write articles for them, and we've never done anything content wise, which I'm so upset about, but obviously we have this, and this man took a chance on me, and here I am with my suit and tie on, hosting a daily gambling show, and now he is going to be our guest because he believed in me and I believe in him, and he's a talented writer, he's a talented gambler, and he's just a cool ass dude. Let's bring him on in so I can. There he is.
What an introduction! Thank you.
Yes, man, you're my guy, Kellen. I will forever be grateful to you. And the floor is yours for at least a minute or two because I know we're up against it. But go ahead and just introduce yourself to the people. And thank you so much for doing this.
Well, hey, anytime. Thanks for having me on, boys. Like he was saying, I love to gamble. I've been getting into hockey a little bit more. Oddly enough, that's my hottest sport, and that's going to be the picks that I have for the day. But I'm happy to be here, happy to talk it up, and let's win some money.
Let's do it.
And just, man, you brought me in with Midwestern Barfly and just anything you want to shout out before we get into the picks, because I just again, I can't express my gratitude to you enough. And it's great to finally put the face to the name and talk to you on a video like this.
Absolutely. Really just go follow me. My Twitter handle is in my name there, and like all my other links are in the bio too. Just follow those up, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Love it, man. All right, well, boys, why don't we get into some picks here? Our ones and twos guy, beautifully right there. Great transition, Brett. Picks him down really quick. I'm going to go bottom up because I know Morehead State is going to need some explanation. Kellen, you have Panthers -1.5, the Winnipeg Jets and Flyers under 5.5, and then Darcy Kemper under 29.5 saves. What say you about those real quick?
I just think the Caps are going to get just stomped tonight. Like they've been having a rough stretch. What did I have now? Like a 5-game losing streak. Florida's got a great offense going in. Kemper just had a bad December too. And I just think that's going to be an ugly game. And Jets Flyers, 2 regular under teams, 5.5 scares me, but I'll take the chance on that.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Brett, I see you added the Witherspoon anytime goal.
Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, I have
Dude.
that. I have that too.
That's the bet. So I think it's Mia in the Bruins community.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
Mia. She made a point like she quote tweeted Witherspoon's interview today about him talking about being a Vancouver kid, being at the 2011 Game 7 game in the building as a Vancouver fan, watching that game. It's a tough thing to do. I don't know, man. It's just an all vibes pick tonight. I don't think he's scored yet. I could be wrong. Plus 1,400. I need to make up a little money here. I know it's a risky bet. I understand if people don't want to roll with me, but like, how many times do you see like hometown guys score in you know what I mean? Or like score against the team they grew up loving. I threw a little bit on it, but it's going to cover my losses for last night. So if it hits, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah,
so.
and you know, I think all of these games are going to happen right after we get done here. So we'll all have to be.
And the Vegas Arizona under. Dude, I don't trust. It's like it's the opposite Vegas flu. These guys going to Arizona State and they don't know how to fucking play anymore. So I'm going with the under on that one. I heard it's a great building to play in. But, you know, you've seen it happen with the Bruins, 2-1 games, the 3-1 games. Like, so, and then Flyers money line. You guys know I'm a big home on the plus money at home. I'll always take that.
That's something that I've been actually myself trying to be cognizant of. Puck, Professor POP, as I affectionately call you. Go ahead and with your picks.
Yes, sir. So finally hit a bet last night. So I'm ready to roll. Only loss was against your Rangers, which I just need to stop betting against them entirely. They're killing me.
Yeah, Tommy's stats can suck it.
Yeah. But tonight I'm rolling with the Bruins. 2 bets on the Bruins. I'm going Bruins money line and Bruins 3-way. Again, I explained 3-way last time. That means they have to win within regulation, within 60 minutes. I'm confident in the Bruins to bounce back, especially at home.
A Puck, not a menage a trois, but it feels just as good when you hit it.
It does. It does. But yeah, Bruins bounce back at home. I don't see them losing 2 in a row at home. They need to be better defensively tonight. Vancouver is a squad with a lot of weapons. I think they'll be tight defensively. Rematch the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals, and we all know how that went. So Bruins. And then I'm glad I'm on the same side as Kellen here because he said he's been hot in hockey. My play of the day tonight is the Panthers -1.5. Panthers, another team coming off a loss at home. Washington, 5-game losing streak. They're just an absolute shambles. And looking at the history of these two teams, Florida has won the last 5 meetings, 3 of them by 2 or more goals.
Hell yeah. Pat, I'm just gonna roll through Tommy's quick just so we can talk about. There's a couple bets in the chat I want to get to. So Tommy's got Devils by 2 -1.5, however you want to say it, puck line spread, whatever. He's going with that because Hughes is back tonight, I believe. He wanted me to make sure that I noted that.
Nice.
Yeah, Lakers Nuggets under 229.5 points. Not a basketball guy, but it seems like a decent bet. And man, Tommy's been hitting these lately. Ride him. Devon Taves over a half point. That's all. He's got to get 1 point. And this guy's a top 6 defenseman. So I like all 3 of those picks from Tommy. I actually rode the Devils and the Taves one. I'm stepping away from ball because back-to-back nights of ball picks went bad. So I'm staying away for that one tonight. But you're on docket, Pat.
And by the way, Stack High Tom, look out because he's getting into player props. And I love it, and I encouraged it, and I love it. For me, it's a little bit of homer pick. Shout out the Knicks with a big trade today, plus 3.5. I'll take that all day. I don't know if they're going to have the guys that they just traded for today. Probably not, but I'll still take 3.5 either way. I've been riding them. Morehead State. All right, look, it's a weird pick. The Morehead State Eagles, but they are one of the top 10. I don't have it in front of me, but I did the research earlier. Top 10 teams in the nation when it comes to covering the spread. So I saw that they were playing today, and I wanted to throw a bet down on there and for the people. And then Avalanche money line. There's two prongs to that. One, Stack Guy Tommy Stats is going to be there. I actually like Tommy Stats way better than Stack High Tom, actually. So Tommy Stats going forward. And they were plus 114 I got them at. And I mean, look, I know the Hurricanes are home, and I understand they're a good team, but they have one just they're what did the guy in Avengers say? I can't think of his name. Inevitable. The Avalanche are inevitable. So I'll ride that, and that's also my primetime parlay pick is the Avalanche. Or no, sorry. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's
different, but yeah. I was just gonna say we're gonna get over to that now. The only one I need is we're gonna start with Professor Puck. What do you got for the primetime parlay tonight?
I'll throw in my play of the day. Panthers -1.5.
Okay, with that's Kellen's. Do you
is it?
another
All right,
one?
then that's fine. Throw in Bruins then. I'm just as confident.
3-way or money line?
Go money line. We'll play it safe.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh wait, that's Pat's.
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
I'll take Darcy if you want.
I'll cook something up real quick.
No. He'll go Darcy. I like that. We'll throw a prop bet in here for the first.
Yeah, I'll go Darcy.
Yeah. Okay. Talk about your Panthers if you want to talk about it again for a second. POP.
Yeah, Panthers. They're coming off a home loss, and Capitals have just been in shambles. I think they pump them tonight.
Pat, you want to give yours?
Yeah, I had Bruins money line. That was kind of just an ode to Tommy Stats, and I see here in the comments. Did you want to get into the comments?
Yeah, I'm gonna post the primetime parlay, and then we're gonna go through some comments. Do you want to talk about the Darcy Kemper one last time there, Kellen?
Sure.
Why you picked that for the parlay?
Yes. So Darcy, I noticed he's only been over 29.5 saves 5 times in his last 14 starts. I just feel like he's been having a rough go of it. I think Florida's been hot, and they're just gonna put it to him basically tonight.
Hell yeah, we love that. All right, let's get to some of these comments here quickly. We got one from Boosie because it's coming in close to the ticker for the Bruins. He's got no goal first 5 minutes, but goal in the first 10. Parlay it together. Money,
Ooh,
he says.
a good one.
Yeah. And then we got our boy Ian Kennedy, who I think is undefeated on the show right now.
He is.
Yeah, he's our only undefeated right now. He's got Pacers money line for an upset pick of the night. Big Pacers guy.
Wow. I also see Andy O'Hara, Dante
Yep.
DiVincenzo. Yeah, there it is.
Hey, let's go. I'm
There we
sorry,
go.
that's one of my buddies back home.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Nice.
Let's
Well,
go,
welcome,
Andy.
Andy.
Shout out Andy.
For sure.
Let's go. I
Ian
love it.
says
Yeah,
dig the
Mel,
Notre Dame shirt.
Go Irish.
Mel said Thanos. That's the guy I was
That's
looking
it.
at. The big
Yeah.
purple guy.
I'll leave this up again. But yeah, we got the primetime parlay at the bottom. Does anybody else have any picks today, tomorrow? I know you're not on POP tomorrow. Do you got any picks you want to just rattle, or anything you've been thinking about for the weekend, Super Bowl wise, that you just want?
Yeah, both you boys.
Yeah, Super Bowl I'll get into on Saturday. Haven't really
We
dug
have
too deep into that yet.
back on Saturday.
Okay.
I'll give
anything you have for the Super Bowl you want to throw out real quick?
Okay,
I
we got
haven't
one.
looked into it, to be honest.
Well, we got one from Mel. Charlie Coyle, anytime
Oh.
goal scorer. Michael Sullivan likes that. So we got a lot of picks from the comments tonight, guys.
Love
Love it.
Lots
Love
of
it.
picks from the
Absolutely love it.
comments tonight.
People
You
are
know
getting
what,
in the
boys?
mix.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm getting my tie. I wear the tie because they like to yank me out of here. It's one of those things where I get it in my ear. I get it in by this. I mean, they really need us to hop on off here. So it has been a lovely night with you, gentlemen. Kellen, I love you so much. I appreciate you. Professor Puck, roll mark anytime goal scorer. I saw that. I saw that video that you posted, Brett.
Oh yeah. That was
Professor
fun.
Puck, we'll see you on Saturday. You're the man.
Yes, sir.
We'll have you back soon, Kellen.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. It's great to put a face to the name finally. You've been having some great bets. Like POP says, you're hot. So I'm going to ride a couple of years tonight. I actually already had the Panthers
And read his
behind the
blogs,
scenes.
because this
So,
man
yeah.
is a talented writer.
Yes, I was going to say great articles that come from PTP
All
from
right. Well,
Kellen
they're
here.
giving
Thank you.
Brett, they're giving me the I gotta go.
All
right,
right, puck
sorry.
drop for the Bruins. I'll be on Twitter. I'll see you
gotta
guys
go.
later and
Yeah,
slacking
here
on
we
Twitter.
go. All right.
Love you,
Go.
boys. Peace.
Later.